Things my parents have actually caught me for. First was hanging out with the guy on Valentine's Day with the guy that I kept insisting was just my friend. I had met up with him previously on numerous occasions and my mom always saw us, but whenever we were together I would just say like, oh, don't worry, like he's just my friend. Some reason I just couldn't bring it out of me to tell my mom that we were dating, but when it obviously looked like we were on a date, I would just make up lies and say, oh, we just ran into each other, like I don't know this guy. So on Valentine's Day I was literally holding flowers from him and in a whole ass maxi dress, and my mom saw us together and was like, what is this? Like, you're not supposed to be hanging out with him right now. You told me you were going to a Galentine's. And even then I still tried to make up a little lie. In the end I got caught and she found out. Second was playing Bed Wars or watching anime with random people in Discord servers until like 3 a.m. every night. Parents are very strict on a bedtime that I had to be in bed before like 11 p.m. every single night. Obviously though, back in quarantine everyone was like gaming all the time and you can't put a bedtime on that. So after my parents went to sleep I would hop on a voice chat with like a huge Discord server, literally be like raging and screaming on Minecraft. I was one of those people. But anyways, one day I was screaming so loud I think that my mom came up and checked on me and she was so pissed she like took away my entire PC setup. I wouldn't talk to her for weeks. To this day I still have to charge all of my electronics downstairs because of this occurrence. Something that happened to me recently was that I almost got caught driving when I wasn't supposed to. I did get my license recently, but obviously my parents are going to be strict about the 6-month rule, basically that you can't drive anyone other than family members until 6 months after you get your license. And since my parents are extra strict, I can't really go outside of a 3-mile radius of my home unless they're in the car with me, so essentially nothing changed about my lifestyle. But obviously I'm not gonna let that happen. Like, I got my license for a reason. So a few days ago my sister and my mom were going to the gym. I just took that opportunity to leave my house and go pick up my friend just for some Taco Bell. Obviously I turn off my location just so she can't know that I left the house without her knowing. She automatically checks my location and sees that it's off, starts FaceTiming me when me and my friend are in the Taco Bell drive-thru. And I'm just thinking to myself like, oh my gosh, I'm actually cooked. Taco Bell is like 10 minutes away, so I don't know how I managed to do this, but I did not answer any of her calls that entirety of the 10 minutes that I took to drive home. Y'all, it was actually rough. I was like speeding and swerving, and I know that is not good. It wasn't that bad, but definitely top 10 scariest experiences of all time. There are definitely more, but that's all I can think of right now. Let me know if you can relate.
Things my best friend did, and I still stayed, but it progressively gets worse. Starting off basic, me and my best friend were having a sleepover, and when I showed up, she was with another girl that I've never met in my entire life, and she apparently forgot to tell me that she was coming. Then she didn't say one word to me that whole night. Another time she was sleeping over at my house and she made me leave my own bedroom for 3 hours while she called her boyfriend. So last time I checked, you were staying at my house. Here's where it starts to get crazy. So I gave her the login to my Snapchat account because I was going to sleepaway camp for a week. So I was just having her do my streaks because we weren't allowed to have our phones at this camp. But then when I got back, I found out that she went through everything. And when I say everything, trust me, I mean everything. I'm talking about snaps, texts, memories, my eyes only. Then she told lies about me to my other friends to get them to like her. I personally think that this is by far the craziest thing she's done. But while she was at my house, she took photos of my homework and then copied it down and told our teacher that I copied it off of her, which I'm sure you can assume got me in tons of trouble. And then to end it off strong, whenever we would go shopping together, she would always make me pay for her. There's so many more things that she's done to me, so let me know if you guys want a part 2. Bye, guys.
Story time on the craziest girl at my high school. I don't mean fun crazy. I know you guys have been waiting for the story times, and I'm finally all done with high school, so I'm gonna start doing like one really good one a week. I'm only gonna tell these stories from my personal experience. I don't want to spread like any false information, any false rumors, so if I don't know, I won't be sharing the information. But what I do know is that this girl came to our high school. I forget which year, but she came to our high school. She was all the rave. She was super pretty. She seemed to be super nice. I think I know why she came to our school, but I'm not for sure, so I'm not gonna say it. I never really had a big run-in with her until my best friend at the time started dating her ex. I always have heard things because she went through a lot of friend groups, and there was just always some kind of drama attached to that, you know? So anyway, my best friend starts dating her ex. They broke up. She said she didn't cheat. He said she did. He said she said, I don't know what's true, but basically he meets my best friend, and when I tell you these two together are the perfect couple, I can't even explain. Like, they're so in love, they're gonna get married. If they don't, I don't believe in love. This girl also gets a boyfriend around the same time. They're both moved on. Great. No, not great, because she's not. She keeps finding ways to text her ex, which is now my best friend's boyfriend, so you know, it's unsettling. They're a happy couple. Leave them alone. He never answers her. He keeps blocking her. Eventually gets to the point where she literally is texting him through her friend's phone. She like sent him a song that like reminded her of him. I'm just like, what? You have a boyfriend. I remember my friend showing me like a DM where she was like, my mom saw you driving today. I was thinking of you. Like, what are you doing? Anyway, it gets to the point where she literally texts him through her friend's phone and is kind of like blackmailing him to talk to her in a way. I'm not gonna say why, you know, those are her reasons. That's not for me to talk about on the internet. And my best friend is hanging out with her boyfriend. So, you know, she stands on business and is like, look, if you need to talk to him, like, I'll be right here on the phone with him, but you can call if you need. So the girl's like, never mind. So it's just kind of at a point where, you know, she has a boyfriend. She shouldn't be texting her ex. So this is where I come in. I'm very good at confrontation. I'm also very good with my words. So me and my best best friend sit down and we type a long letter for her that's very nice and direct. It wasn't mean whatsoever. The worst part was the end where we were just like, look, if you need help from your ex, we're gonna have to screenshot these texts and send them to your boyfriend because what is going on? She reads the text, but she doesn't answer it. And of course we go to school that week and hear that my best friend apparently sent her some mean text. Obviously no one believed this because, you know, my best friend at the time is so unproblematic. Literally no one batted an eye when she said something. No, it goes mute for a while. And then we're at the point where my best friend's boyfriend needs his clothes back from this girl. So my friend texts her the first time and asks, and she's just like, well, why doesn't my ex pick it up? Then my best friend fought back and said he doesn't want to waste the gas. So she pulls the I'm not home right now, which is fine. So my best friend texts again and asks for the clothes again and just saying that she'll swing by to grab them if you leave them on the front porch. Swings by, no one's there. She doesn't get out of her car. There was really no response. So she just kind of went on with her life. And the girl then said she gave away all of his stuff, which didn't make sense for reasons, but I don't want to get the story wrong. So we're just gonna continue. Anyway, this girl's mom ends up texting the girl's ex's, my best friend's boyfriend. And the whole thing is kind of complicated. Basically saying that my best friend and her boyfriend's little sister were like harassing this girl. Just everyone knows that that's not true. This girl's mom also called my best friend a horse. Like, what? Sorry, but if you're over the age of 30 and you need to talk crap about high school girls, what are you doing? Her mom has literally made so many girls feel bad about themselves, like almost bullied out of friend groups. Like, I know this is a fact for sure because I have witnessed it, but regardless of the fact, this whole thing just goes on for way too long, and I'm like walking in the hallway behind her and she just doesn't care about who's around her, I guess, because I just hear her talking about this whole scenario completely wrong. Like, she's telling the story. Oh, I messed up on those. Telling the story so wrong and calling my best friend a fan. My best friend doesn't even say this girl's name, let alone act like a fan. And I made a story time about that whole kind of interaction as well, but I've been very careful about the story times that I share because I did it once to this other girl. Actually, that girl might top craziest chick. I don't even know. I'm not gonna say that because that's mean, but I did do like a story time about homecoming drama, and she made it seem like I was bullying her because I was calling out all the bullying I went through being her friend. Like, what? That'll be another story time. I just don't understand. I'm trying to do these as graceful as possible because, you know, like, I'm not a mean person. I don't like to talk bad about people, but I'm not afraid to spill the truth. And like, right out of high school, no one probably knows who I'm talking about, but basically this whole encounter with this girl lasted like a year and a half, I swear. It's like she forgot me and my best friend at the time literally like lived through each other. Like, everything I knew, she knew. Like, it was like our lives were one, you know? So pretty much the craziest part about that was just the fact that she still had a boyfriend. It's one thing if you're still hung up on your ex and like you miss him and are trying to ruin someone's relationship, but you have a boyfriend. And there's been other weird allegations with that relationship, but that's not for me to talk on. But I'm ready to go. I actually really like my makeup today. I think it looks super cute and summery. So I hope you guys have a great day. There's a little story time for you guys. I hope you like it. Peace out. Love you. Bye.
Hey guys, get ready with me while I tell you a story about how I slept through a whole SWAT team coming through my house and someone breaking in. Okay, so literally my skin's breaking out so bad, but don't mind it. Okay, this happened a really long time ago, and it also happened when I lived in Texas, but whatever, that doesn't matter. But anyway, so we had just recently moved into our new house, and so I didn't have like my bedroom set up. I don't think my bed came in yet either, like my mattress, because like some of the stuff was like getting like shipped or whatever in like a moving van or something. I don't really remember, but all I know is I was sleeping on the couch for some reason, and there was like barely any furniture in the house. And so it was just a normal night, and I went to sleep, fell asleep on the couch, and then apparently when I was sleeping on the couch, some people broke into our house and tried to rob us, but obviously there was literally nothing really to take. But we had an alarm system, so the alarm system, they had set it off, and they had came in our house, whatever, tried to steal, and my dad, though, got woken up by the alarm system, so they were, like, ruffling around the house and, like, I think broke some things. I'm not really sure what. I don't remember. I was a kid. But, I don't know if I just said, I don't know if I don't remember where I was. My dad had woke up, and he had to, so he grabbed that and, like, cocked it, I think it's called, and to, like, scare them, and, like, opened the door, and was, like, looking through the house, and went through all the rooms, and, like, we're making sure we're all okay, and, like, you know, whatever, seeing if they were there. And then he was just like searching the house and like going in all of our rooms and grabbing all my siblings, I'm pretty sure, and then bringing them in my parents' room. And he was looking for the people, but there was no one there. So the police ended up coming because the alarm system had called the police, and a whole SWAT team came. Hold on, I'm gonna get a headband. I totally forgot to put bronzing drops on. I also got these new bronzing drops, but not big. We're gonna look at them. But so the SWAT team came in with literally like ARs and like everything, and were like searching the house and like going through everything and, you know, just going crazy. Meanwhile, I'm still asleep on the couch. Just by myself, dead asleep on the couch. So they never ended up finding anyone in my house yet. So whatever, it's like really late in the night, and they're talking to my parents, and they're like, okay, the alarm system like could have been set off or like triggered because it is like a new house, or the wind, you might have not shut the garage door all the way, and the wind must have maybe could have blown it open. Like, I don't know. They were just saying like it could, like a false alarm maybe. And we were like, I don't really think so, blah blah blah, whatever. But the police, there's nothing they could do, and we weren't going to start like an investigation. Like, there was not really anything we could do. So I then woke up the next day, and they told me blah blah blah. But this is where it gets weirder, and it turns out we had a stalker. Come back for part 2.
This is why me and my best friend are actually no longer best friends. It started off as a joke, but it's not anymore. Honestly, you could just go watch our dance account most recent video and that will explain it. But for those of you that want the full story, I'll give it. Never had this flavor before. I mean, it wasn't like completely fake. Like, I was definitely like angry and stuff, but we were just gonna kind of get over it so we could film videos together. So we were making that Dominic Stuffins freaking dance video yesterday, and I kind of thought it would be funny to like push her. And I didn't even push her that hard. It only looks like that because she's like so skinny and petite that she literally was like flying through the air like a speck of dust. It's like that might sound like a joke when I'm saying that, but no, I'm like actually serious. And that's not even me trying to like compliment her. Like, that's literally just me pointing out the obvious. Just so you guys can get your facts straight, because I would never hurt anybody. Like, I obviously she was fine because she came behind me and pantsed me. And it's not even the fact that she pants me in a public server, it's the fact that there's a huge group of guys walking by and she just had to do that. And I didn't even want to post that video because if we didn't crop the end, like, of course this little clout chaser wanted to post it, and the only reason she cropped out the end was so it wouldn't get taken down, not even for my sake. So can you really blame me? Like, am I really in the wrong here? I think she put something in my eyelash serum. These are not my lashes. So yeah, pantsing me is one thing, in public is another thing, and in front of a bunch of guys that we know is like a million things. Like, that's just not okay. And now I have to redo my mascara, and I feel like this is somehow her fault too. And obviously I want to keep making dance videos for you guys, but it's like so hard when things like that are just gonna happen. So I guess we'll see if she takes it too far again, or maybe I'll have to take it too far, because I do need my revenge for that. If you guys are on my side, comment on this video and the dance video whose side you're on so we can add some sense into her. But yeah, I think that's it. There's probably some little details that I forgot to put in there, but yeah, bye guys, see you tomorrow.
Good morning, guys. We have to do this quickly because I have drama for you guys. Okay, so everything I'm going to talk about is always going to be the truth, and it's only going to be from my perspective, from like what I've experienced firsthand and not like he said, she said type. And everything I'm saying is not mean, it's literally just the truth. Just the tiniest bit of background information is I went to middle school with her, so like 6th grade to the 1st year of high school, and then she changed schools. Okay, so yesterday I went to Starbucks, and granted, this is the Starbucks 5 minutes from my school, and her school's 30 minutes away. And yes, there are other Starbucks like closer to her school. And while I'm walking through the parking lot, I pass this car, and all I hear is like hyena, like hysterical laughing coming out of the car. And I'm just like, you know your car isn't soundproof, like I can hear you. And I turn and look at the car, and that's when I see her. At this point, I don't really care. Her name's Lily because she posted a TikTok about me, but we'll get there later. But like all I hear coming out of this car is like laughing, like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, look at her, ah, like screaming like that. So for real, if I didn't hear the laughing, I wouldn't even have known she was like in the parking lot because I don't know her car. So I get my cup of coffee from Starbucks and I leave to go back to my car. And while I'm in my car, I call my friend. Call my other friend. I'm like, do you want to go to Starbucks real quick and take a picture of my op? And mind you, this girl posts me like religiously on her private story, and I know this because so many people on her private story don't even like her, and they know me, and they're like, she said this about you. I can say that because they did send me the proof. So me and my friend went back to Starbucks, and we literally took a picture of her. Like, no joke, I just took a picture of her with flash on. Like, I didn't really care that much. So that's literally it. We go in, take a picture, and leave. Like, we got Starbucks, obviously, but like that was it. So then that was that. I low-key like forgot about it. Like, it wasn't like that big of a deal anymore until her TikTok popped up on my For You page. Like, the sound she was lip syncing to like was like, hey stalker, like just, you know, I'm still gorgeous, or something like that. And then the caption on that TikTok was, if you're gonna make a post about me, you might as well tag me, which I thought was really ironic because she made that TikTok about me and didn't even tag me in it. So I was just like, let's not blow this like completely out of proportion. So I just reposted it. So I simply commented, if you're gonna make a full-blown TikTok about me, you might as well tag me. And one thing about Lily is she loves to start beef, but she can never finish it herself. So I got a response in the comments, and it was from a different girl who's like my ex-friend, and now they like talk about me all the time together. And she was just like, well, you didn't tag us when you posted us. And I was like, posted us? I've never posted you. And the thing about both of them is they change men more than they change their underwear. Like, they're with a different guy every month, like every week, like, and I've been with the same guy for 3 years. Like, hello? So I didn't like that she got involved in drama that wasn't her own drama because I didn't mention her name once. So I clapped back, and I'm just like, oh, since when were you involved? Why don't you go run back to? And then I listed a bunch of the guys she was with. Not to mention, I never unfollowed her on Instagram on her spam account just because I just didn't remember to. Like, it wasn't like crossing my mind or anything. And she still views my stories even though she doesn't view, like, she doesn't follow me. So then she basically added me on Snap and then got into my TikTok DMs and was just like, let's talk this out. Like, but not like let's talk this out, like let's argue. And then she literally had to block me because I clocked back in the comment section so hard. So now I saw her video on like this account, and it literally, like, the video's still up, but now it only has 2 comments, and it's her and her friend being like, oh, you ate this up. And she goes, I know, right? Like, you literally like got rid of me because you got clocked in your own comment section. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching, and sorry for all the drama.